Welcome to the wine series. Hey ladies, it's me again. I'm back, driving again, but I gotta drive straight for like 800 more miles, so I'm good. Listen, I wanted to come through about a topic that is near and dear to my heart because it's solid. Married women, okay? Keep in mind how important it is to keep your spouse first. Your spouse got to come first. Your spouse, this for men too, married men too. This ain't just for women. But your spouse comes first. Your spouse should always come first for a number of reasons. That is after whatever higher being that you believe in. It's whatever higher being that you believe in, your spouse, and then your kids. Everybody else outside of that is post-secondary. They ain't even secondary. They the third cousins. Okay? It's your whatever higher being you believe in, your spouse, and then your children. And I believe this to be true for a number of reasons. I have lived through putting my children first. I have lived through putting my spouse first after whatever higher being it is that I believe in. And let me tell y'all, the number of blessings that have fallen down, okay? The amount of growth I have experienced, okay? The deepness of our love. Listen, if you want to experience that in this lifetime, you better put your spouse first. I'm not talking about your boyfriend or your fiance. I'm talking about somebody you are committed to, you are married to. Y'all have made that commitment because, ladies, and I say this with the utmost respect and humility, okay? There are certain things that you will not know about yourself as a woman. There are certain things that you will not experience in life as a woman until you are married to the right person and you trust that person, you have built a foundation with that person, and that person knows you inside and out. Meaning there is nothing that can come between y'all. Meaning you put him first and he puts you first. Y'all are always the number one priority in each other's lives. And it has to be that way. And if you feel opposite, please let me know why, how, and provide some proof, meaning living experiences of why it shouldn't be that way. Because like I said, the level and the amount of blessings that have fallen down on me, as well as me and my spouse, as well as all four of my children, something that I can't even put into words. Something that I didn't even know was possible. You know what I'm saying? It has to be that way, ladies. No matter what nobody tell you, no matter what society tells you, no matter what you feel like, it has to be that way. And I can honestly say that I do not believe I would have reached certain heights in my life, mentally or emotionally, if it weren't for my spouse. James, okay? My husband, my spouse, my life partner. I have to give credit where credit is due, and we need to be okay with doing that. And I feel like men need to do the same thing. You're not a simp for putting your wife first. You're supposed to. That's how it's supposed to be. Why? Because spouses made the vow to be with each other till death do them part. You don't make that vow with nobody else. When you sick, your back hurting, you in the hospital, you just got your wire changed and your damn teeth sore, your spouse is the one that got to deal with that and help you through all of that. Ain't nobody else there. Your mama ain't there for that. Yo daddy ain't there for that. Yo cousin, yo auntie, they not there for that. It's your spouse that's rocking with you through everything. Everything. And I do mean everything. Listen, since I've gotten married, I have grown so much. So much. I am not that same 20-year-old Bree that everybody that know me think I am. I'm not. I'm a completely different person. And one thing that people need to understand, changing and evolving is part of life. It's supposed to happen. If somebody changes and you mad at that, you need to check yourself, boo, because if you still the same person sitting in the same spot, thinking everybody else changing and you just, no, you the problem. Not the person that's changing. You are, boo-boo, okay? And that's facts. That's facts. If you're the same person at 30 that you were at 20, that's a problem. If you're the same person at 50 that you were at 16 or 20 or 30, that is a problem. Listen, I went through a period of life where I felt like I never wanted to be married. Men won't-ish. I was going to be a single mom. I was going to be this independent woman doing my thing and just living a happy life. But once I took the time to learn who I was, which required me to be alone, regardless of how long, however long you want to take to be alone is up to you. It's different for everybody. But once I took that time to start learning who I am, I realized that's not me. I don't want to be one of them women hollering, I'm a single mama, I'm an independent woman, and I did it on my own. Life ain't supposed to be that way. It's not. It's not. That is a lonely way to live. You try to let society and your family and your friends think you independent and you got it you holding it down, but really, you're alone. You're sad. You're desiring companionship. You don't know what to do with these kids. Everything's just going crazy. No, I didn't want that for myself. I didn't. Did I go out looking for a man? No. James literally fell out the sky. Literally, he fell out the sky. God said, here you go. He fell out the sky. You cannot tell me that that man was not created just for me and that I wasn't created just for him, because the trajectory of our lives since we've been together, listen, I need to call Tyler Perry and we need to make a movie, okay? Because as you all know, we're a blended family. I had 2 kids prior to him. Did I ever want multiple baby daddies? No, never. Did not want that. But I am so happy that I had the discernment and the clarity to save that covenant relationship for James. I couldn't imagine my life being what it is right now. The happiest I've ever been, the blessed I've ever been, the most confident I've ever been. And that is because I put him first. Nothing or no one comes before him except for the higher being that I believe in. I don't put our children before us. Not Nan, none of one of four, and not none of them. Why? Because me and James are laying the foundation for our children. The 2 that live with us and the 2 that don't. All of this, do as I say, not as I do, bull crap, is bull crap. It's just that, bull crap. Children are led by example. You can talk to your kid till you blue in the face and they're still gonna do what they want to do. Y'all know how many times we done told Justin, stop jumping off that couch, Justin. Stop jumping off that couch. The boy still want to keep jumping off the couch till he get hurt. Listen, then he crying and wants you to kiss his boo-boo, but you tried to tell him. You tried to tell him. That is an example of that do as I say, not as I do. Because if mommy jump off the couch, mommy knows how to land. Justin doesn't know how to land because he's 2. Now, if you want to keep jumping, you're going to get hurt. And as parents, unfortunately, we have to let them go through things in which they will get physically hurt, emotionally hurt, and what have you. But if you're leading by example, the proof is in the pudding. You're not going to have to say nothing. You're not going to have to say anything because they can see it. They can feel it in their bones, in their spirit, in their hearts. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I am going to love my husband until the end of time. I am going to lead by example until I transition into the next life, because I have living proof that that is how it is supposed to be. Okay? Living proof. Living proof. Okay? That is how it's supposed to be. And anybody who feels differently, I would really like to know why. There are a lot of women who I feel say that they are going to put their children first for whatever reason, and I understand that, and I understand that. Okay, that's as far as that goes. I understand that. I've been there. I've said, oh, it's just me and my kids. Ain't nobody coming before me and my kids. But at the end of the day, y'all, check this out. Kids grow up, kids leave, and kids start their own families. The only thing we can do is lay a proper foundation. And if you raise your kids putting them first, that means you're letting them dictate your household. You're letting them determine your emotions. that's going to cause you to lead with emotion and not logic. Logically, you have to set the example. Logically, you have to lay the foundation. Logically, you have the responsibility until your kids are a certain age to show them the way in which they should go. You can't tell them the way in which they should go when your life is going north, south, east, and west. You can tell them, oh, you should be married and you should do this and you should do that. But if you're a single parent and your child is watching you struggle, or they're gonna have to figure that out. And that's no shot against the single parents, because there's some people out here who are genuinely single and want to be single and are choosing to make their children a priority, meaning they're not dating. They're literally going to raise their kids until they're grown enough and then worry about their emotions and what they need as an individual. And I respect that. I just know, me personally, that's not my personality, and I don't think I would have been able to elevate to the level that I'm at mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, or financially if I were still in that boat saying I'm gonna be a single mom and it's just me and my kids. Not me. So, moral of the story is that spouse best to come first. Okay, if you want to see your life grow and prosper in a way that you never imagined, for those of you who are putting your kids first and thinking that your kids are going to be holding your hand on your deathbed, remember, you made that covenant relationship to be with your partner until death do you part. Your kids don't owe you that. They don't. What if your kid is living in another state? What if your kid don't make it to you before you die? Guess who 9 times out of 10 is still going to be there if your spouse is still living? Your spouse. They're going to be the ones holding your hand, taking you to your appointments, checking your blood pressure, making sure you took your medication. All of that. Your spouse. But if you're laying this foundation of, I'm going to put my kids first, and then, or I'm going to put my parents first, or I'm going to put my cousins first, or my nieces and nephews first, you're going to get to a point in your marriage and your relationship in your life where you're going to feel like, I don't even know who I married. Do I even really like this person? What? I don't even know you. What am I supposed to do now that the kids ain't here no more? You're going to be lost. Your empty nest syndrome is going to be so bad, it could throw you into a depression. Listen, I'm telling y'all, this is the way it's got to be. It's got to be. And if you believe in the Bible, it says it in the Bible. It says it. God, your spouse, and then your children. It doesn't say any other order. It doesn't say any other way. The family that you create is the most important family. Obviously, the family that you come from is important, but the family that you create is going to ride with you till the wheels fall off. That spouse is going to ride with you till all 4 wheels fall off. Now, your kids might roll with you till 1 or 2 wheels fall off, but that's a conversation for another day. Your kids don't owe you anything. You owe it to your kids to lead by example, and you owe it to your spouse to keep them on that pedestal, to love them internally and externally till you transition to the next life. That's what I got for y'all today. Let me know what y'all think. Give me some feedback. If you got any questions for me, let me know. I can give you some real life examples. I can, whatever you need, I'm here. But listen, James, baby, I love you. And you gonna continue to be up here, baby. Why? Because we up here. And by default, that means our kids is up here. And that's on. Okay. Bye.